Imani quit playing.
Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
It's your girl Imani.
And today we got a very special guest with us, you feel me? We got Mike Soares. Mike, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Happy to be on today.
Facts. How's everybody else doing? Imani, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired. Per usual.
Per usual, you feel me? Darnell, how you doing?
I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm doing all right. I wanted to switch it up for you today because you came at me last week. So
Facts.
Yeah.
And it just sounds so off.
You feel me?
It just okay? It don't sound like the usual.
You feel me? Living my best life. See, that's why I'm gonna stick to what I usually say. Cause it's just, you know what I mean? But I am living my best life per usual, you know what I mean?
Facts. So we're back again another week to give you some fire content.
Wait. How are you? How are you,
wow.
Dad?
See? I love
2 weeks
it.
in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Yo, they never asked me. You feel me?
Hey. 2 weeks in a row.
I'm doing good. Feels great to be here. Honestly, it feels good getting back to our week-to-week episodes because even though the bi-weekly episodes gave me more time to, handle shit in my adult life, obviously we needed to come back week to week just for the listeners because y'all have been asking for it. You've been really engaged with the content that we have been putting out week after week, and we appreciate all of y'all for that. We appreciate Jake Marino, who in the studio with us, always there week after week helping us out. So we're just going to continue giving you the best content that we can, and hopefully one day when you look back at the history of Massachusetts, you'll just see our three faces over there like, yeah. You feel me? But Mike, you are new to our listeners, so please just give them a little insight on yourself, a little background story, what you do and all that. You feel me?
Of course. So I'm a personal trainer out here in Boston. I've been a trainer since I graduated from Bridgewater. That's how I know y'all. And I also own a company called New Human.
Facts.
I'm super grateful for how it's been exploding these past few months, and I'm excited to keep it going.
Word. Tell us about New Human.
So New Human, he got the cup. We sponsored. Just kidding.
I told him I was going to charge him for doing that shit, but I let it rock. Yeah, tell us about New Human.
To backtrack, I started working 3 days after I graduated from Bridgewater State.
Flex.
At Equinox, and
I know niggas to this day still looking.
And yeah. So anyways, I started working there. Cool. That was 2017. Fast forward January 2019. I had about 40 clients in person, which is a lot for a trainer.
Word.
And I still felt like I could help more. I could help more people. So I started training people online, and that's why I started New Human. And that was good. And then I ended up having like 70 clients at once between in person and online.
To yourself?
To myself.
Okay.
Wow.
And I mean, I was hustling. Like, I had big goals. Like, I was trying to buy my mom a house. So I was super motivated, but I knew that I couldn't keep that work-life balance. So one of the guys I trained, he helped me build an app. So I started in February. We launched the app. So it gave us like a month, 2 months. We were doing virtual training before COVID happened. Mm-hmm. So like we were kind of a little ahead of the game, and now we got a little over 400 people on the app. And I wanted to be a little different from everybody else. We donate a percentage of what we make every single month to a different children's health foundation or like a social cause. On my drive over here, actually, I was on the phone with one of my boys, one of the trainers. I have 8 trainers on the team. And we're trying to figure out a way to get money out to the Soares situation. We're trying to find like a very, trustworthy link, like figure out what the money's gonna be used for and stuff like that. Because we like to not just donate our money, just say we donate. Like we like to research shit and stuff like that. So, But yeah, it's been booming. It's been pretty good. Shout out to everybody that's been helping with the process.
So how did you even get into fitness? How did this even start? Like you said you went to Bridgewater State. I met you at Bridgewater State basketball, of course. Mm-hmm. But like, how did you even know this is what you wanted to do?
So in high school, I tore my meniscus, and I was trying to play like college sports. Like that was like my main reason to go to college. I was like, I want to go play ball. I was a better volleyball player. Got a few offers, a few different places, and
flex.
I tore my meniscus, and my athletic trainer, like he kind of gave me that hope. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was done, and he was like, nah, like we'll work for it. And like after getting back on the court, and like getting that motivation, I was like, I want to be that motivation for other people, or like that hope for other people. And also in my family, I've had like a lot of health related issues, like high blood pressure, and it's not their fault. They're not uneducated. They just don't know how to like manage it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted to be like that help for my fam. So then I started that, and then when I went to Bridgewater, I studied exercise science, so I was lucky enough to train different. Like I wanted to be a phys ed teacher, but then I was like little kids are great, but they don't understand like the big picture as much as like an adult. Then I interned at a few places where I trained some NFL guys, but like I love training pro athletes, but some of them are there because it's their job. So like being able to train general public, like literally yesterday, one of the guys I trained, he's like 6 years old. He was like, "Yo, I can finally keep up with my kid for like more than 10 minutes. Or, like I can bend over and pick him up without back pain." Like some of getting those results are, like much more rewarding than like some person that was like, "Oh, I lost 5 pounds." You know what I'm saying? So trying to help people become the best version of themselves so then they can go and help the world is basically my goal.
Okay. I like that.
So which give us a story that you feel like has hit you the most from one of your clients that in terms of progress?
TJ, my boy TJ. He's lost 200 pounds.
Oh shit.
All through online training.
Wow.
Oh,
Healthy loss. He trained with me as soon as New Human started. So that started January 2019. And then within an 18-month process, he never lost more than 3 pounds in a week. But he just did the right shit every single week.
Did the work.
Consistency is key. On a healthy level, he never binge diet. Like he never like didn't eat. Like he ate real food, and he didn't like track his calories, but he like tracked what he was eating. It's math. It's all math, and like he didn't allow it to become like an obsession. Like he was like, I'm doing this for the big picture. Like if I go a week where I don't lose weight, cool. Next week will be better. So no matter what was going on, personal shit, real life shit, work shit, like he was able to still get it. So shout out TJ, it's my guy. And now I met him, I trained him from January to November, my birthday last year. I had never met him. So at my birthday party, I was drunk as hell. I met him, I cried for like 20 minutes. Yeah, so he's a good shit, he's good shit.
Word. So
TJ.
with starting New Human and everything, so since it's a virtual online gym sessions and activities and things like that, sounds like you probably benefited the hell out of quarantine.
Yeah.
Because quarantine, everybody's inside. A lot of people didn't have access to the gym. So talk about how you were able to, keep people motivated during a quarantine. Because I can tell you myself, when the quarantine first happened, you feel me, and I was stuck in the house, shit.
That's how a lot of people feel, bro.
First 2 months, maybe first 2-3 months was dedicated to video games. I won't lie, you feel me? And me, when it comes to physical activity, I remember I worked out a lot in the past, kind of fell off within the last couple of years. And I kind of just said, you know what, works my physical activity? Because I'm walking and I'm doing so much shit over 40 hours in the week. But quarantine, I know, was a very heavy hitter for a lot of people. So how are you able to use the quarantine to your advantage and help everybody else get off their ass? Because you weren't getting me. He tried. He was like, yo, let me know when you send up. I was like, yo, I got you. So yeah.
Some that help. So all the trainers that have been part of the team, Taylor, Danny, Manny, Allie, Aaron, D, shouting everybody out, Sam. They're great personalities, and we ran virtual, like literally Zoom workouts. And like initially I was like, yo, this virtual stuff's a little weird, but people were craving like social interaction, and like the safest way to do it at that time was virtually.
And now it's the main thing.
And now it's something that's growing, and we did that before Corona. So like we had like a month or two like step ahead of everybody else. And people were just craving that break. Like everybody was stuck at home working, and like to be like, I had multiple families joining in on the workouts. Like I would train moms and they'd be like, oh, I got my 2 kids to join in. I got my husband to join in. And it just became like a social / mental benefit. Like I could argue like a lot of people like were getting results from it, but like the bigger result was like the mental clarity and the mental benefits of exercising and taking a break from just sitting at a home, like in your room working all day, because no one had a balance, because they're just like, oh, fuck it, I'm home. I'm gonna just work. So, it's been amazing, and like we've still been running it a little less now that people have been training outside, but we've been running boot camps and stuff like that. But once winter turns back up, people will be inside. We'll be running a lot more virtual workouts.
Word.
So I wanted to ask you, first of all, you said you started off at Equinox essentially with like 50 clients, and then you moved your way up to 70, and then you started New Human, correct?
Yeah.
So how did you even, first year out of college, how did you even gain that clientele? How were you able to network yourself to even have 70 clients in what, less than 5 years out of school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people probably listen to this like, damn,
How do you do that?
I wish I could do that.
Bro, and like it's not all like shine. Like I'm gonna just throw numbers out there. I was a slow bloomer too, so I started working there. I made $8K my first from June to December. And I don't say this to gloat, whatever, but like now as a trainer, like comfortably make 6 figures, like, and there's a big fucking hustle difference. Like people can, the only reason why I talk about money is because like people don't like think that personal trainers are like, isn't a successful job, but like it's, or any job. Like if you're gonna put in the work, you're gonna fucking get that reward, you know what I'm saying? So my first like 2 months, I didn't have a client, and then I finally got these 2 people, and after that, it just like, it clicked, you know what I'm saying? But I was kind of talking to you about this before the show, like, personal training is also like a sales job, because you gotta have people like to like trust you, but like I don't think of it as a sales job. I tell people like the honest truth, like I'm here to help you, like I don't care about the money, like that part, whatever comes along with the job, but like my genuine interest is to help the person become a healthier individual. And a lot of trainers mess up by like trying to like elongate the process. Like for example, say you want to get better, some trainers, it's fucked up, but like some trainers will like slowly progress you. But like my goal is to make you progress as fast as possible, so you can work out by yourself in a healthy manner. And like that genuine interest has been much more successful for me, or for many trainers, versus like people that try to like slow shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and I assume you have one happy person, they start telling their friends.
Yeah,
about.
Exactly. And then it's a role effect. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is like continuing ed. Like I spend a lot of money and a lot of time on like continuous education. Because like we all had that old teacher that like taught the same way for like 30 years. He's outdated. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference between like some people that continue to perfect their craft, because it's always going. Like I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So like when I talk to like people that have been training for like 2 months, there's something they know that I don't. So always being open-minded too has helped.
Okay, respect that.
So break down, say I'm a client, break down how I would essentially, want to start my process with you at New Human.
Yeah, so I mean it depends. Some people we take on in-person clients, some online, but like it's all dependent on the person's goals. So like the general concept of training is the same kind of, but like everybody should have their own like one-on-one like type program. So depending on your goals, we have to talk about nutrition, performance, all that stuff. But a lot of people are afraid to start with a trainer. They're like, oh, I got to get fit to start training, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like the trainer's there to help you get fit. But yeah, there's like online questionnaires. I usually hop on the phone with people, stuff like that. But it's more understanding what the person wants, and then from there creating a program, a customized program for the individual.
Okay, beautiful. So how would you say that New Human has affected the mental health of your clients?
So big time. I try to argue that like I was saying earlier, like people benefit more mentally than physically, and I don't mean that taking away that people don't get physical results, but like I'd say like 90% of personal training is psychological. Yeah. Like, I can see that. Like the client relationship. And like people don't buy training, they buy the trainer. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you are willing to invest in the person and understand why they want to do things, then like you got them hooked. You know what I'm saying? But mentally, like just exercise in general is physically and mentally beneficial. And like just to have people be outdoors, like obviously with COVID, you got to be smart, but I keep preaching to people, like if you're by yourself in the middle of the woods, like take your mask. I'm pro mask, but like take your mask off when you're like in like the woods, outdoors. Mask is yeah, that's just crazy. I understand the concept of mask and how like it protects people, but like I see some people like doing like these crazy 200 beat per minute workouts with your mask on. That's just gonna that's not smart. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like I'll die. Yeah, right. Yeah. But like if you're out, you know what I'm saying, out and about and like spending time by yourself, like I try to preach to tell people like get outside. That's your workout for today. Like go walk for 20 minutes. That's your workout for today. Like you don't always have to kill yourself to have a good workout or to see progress. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that mental clarity and that anti-stress is more beneficial than being cooped up doing whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. I definitely get that.
Yeah.
So, do you have a platform where you talk about mental health or where you try to, educate people on mental health?
So, my good friend Lucas Bentis went to Bridgewater. We started a podcast ourselves less than a month ago called Open Up. So, similar to what we were talking about, him and I, we don't know everything, but we do know a lot. And, like, there's other people that know a lot, too, on the concept of mental health. But we have some deep conversations. And we're like, we're two strong men, physically, mentally, and like we want to communicate some of the messages we're having in this private room to other people, so they can feel comfortable to open up, no pun intended, but open up about like their feelings. Because like I feel like a lot of men are like brought up to be like, yo, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. But like I feel like it's stronger for you to be able to recognize emotion instead of ignore it. And Lucas, I could speak on his behalf. He was raised, his parents are amazing, but he was raised up in a culture, the Brazilian culture of like, stay quiet, like you're a man, stop crying about it. And that was his mentality for 23 years. And then these past like few months, he went through a life event and like it just opened up, like everything just started pouring out. And like from like a friend standpoint, I've known him all my life. We've developed a much stronger friendship because there's like a new layer of friendship because he's now opened up about his emotional standpoint with like a lot of different things. So starting that up, honestly, has been amazing because we've been getting a lot of messages from other men, but also people like women too, saying like just talking about mental health in general is very beneficial. So been doing that. Hell yeah.
That's very important because I feel like men don't have, I don't know. I feel like over time, people are starting to becoming more open, but still for men, I feel like they don't think that they have that safe space to open up,
100%.
you know, or feel like they can just
that
talk
stigma
about how
still.
they're feeling with their friends and stuff like that, just because, like he said, your friend Lucas, that mentality that he has is not only in like his culture, you know, a lot of other cultures have that as well. So it's a very important that, you know, you do have a platform that gives people that space to open up, or if they don't open up, you know, they go somewhere where they see other people open up, and then you know they can relate it to their own situation. You know, very similar to what we do over here. You feel me? But yeah, I like that you were doing that and just giving other people that space and that comfortability. You know, it's very important.
Something a lot of people like message us about is like we never thought somebody else was going through a similar situation, and like just to hear from like someone else that like whatever, like a dude just broke up with his girlfriend, like. I've never seen a topic where somebody addressed like how should men deal with breakups. We're not telling people how to deal with it, but like these are some steps you can take to get out of that dark space. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that a lot of people don't openly speak about. So yeah, it's been really cool because neither one of us, like Lucas and I, feel ashamed to talk about some of these things, like being heartbroken, going through like family, like parents divorcing, shit like that people usually keep private. Like because it's benefiting other people because they're hearing it come from us, and then from there they can also feel empowered. And
it's also everyday life.
Yeah,
you know, shouldn't feel ashamed to, you know, keep that shit quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
And what would you say is like the most, I don't know, like the biggest issue or stigma when it comes to mental health? Like what do you feel like is the blocker for mental health to be as open and be as, you know, reach out to as many people as it can be? What do you think is blocking that from happening?
People are afraid to reach out for help. And it's obviously not stubbornness because it's much more complicated than that. But I do feel like people are like, oh, this is just a rough patch. And like you should be able to get through certain things by yourself. But this year, especially like with COVID going on, I've never seen so many friends be open to speaking to a therapist or like just to communicate with somebody.
I did that this summer actually.
Yeah, and I've had a therapist back in the past, like when I was younger, and like it helps. Even if the person just needs to get something off their chest, like physically just being able to express what's in your head, benefits. You know what I'm saying? So just not being afraid. People are afraid to ask for help, and they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? No matter what like how deep or complicated the situation is. So yeah.
So for you. You have the podcast. You have your own company, the New Human. You personal train as well. You do online sessions. Where do you find the time in the day for Mike Soares? Like how are you able to organize all this throughout your week? Like where do you get the energy? Where do you find the energy?
Energy wise, I mean, I feel super motivated every day. We were talking about this too. Like some days, not every day, not anymore, but like some days I wake up at 5. Like tomorrow I got to be up at 4:30. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like, it's not every day's like that. But like, I feel motivated because I'm making a big difference. So like, I love my job. But when I first got out of school, like my first 2 years, like it was a lot of hustle. Like I was working 6-7 days a week, and like you kind of, not that you have to do that, but like I was learning the trade. Like I was hustling. You know what I mean? And like now I've been lucky enough to be like as successful as I am in my, like you can always become more successful. But like I'm in my position where now instead of working 6 to 8, like AM to PM, which I was doing for like 2 years, now I have a much healthier balance.
Okay.
And it helps having a girlfriend. Not that you need to have like a significant other, but like when I was single, like I was like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Let me go work on a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? And like now I have Annalise, and like, not that I have to spend time with her, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna work, and okay, 7 o'clock, I'm gonna shut off and now go spend my other time. So it forces me to be more productive. Like, I forget what the quote is, but like, give your whatever you need done, like give it to your busiest person, because they're gonna get it done. Like, the busier I am, the more productive I am. Like,
okay.
The more I'm working, the more fit I am, because I'm scheduling in my workouts. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm organized. So being super organized helps big time.
Okay.
So yeah,
Respect that.
hell yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because with time management, if you're super busy and you know you don't have much time to do, you know, everything that you need to do, that little time that you do have, you're gonna spend it focused on what you have to do. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, like you said, if I got a busy schedule, if I got work, my own personal time, school's another big example that people their workload and shit. If you do make a legit schedule and plan all of your stuff out and say, like, for example, 2 to 3, I have to work out. Between those hours of 2 to 3, you're like, yo, I don't got much time because I got to spend other time doing other shit. You're going to take that time seriously from 2 to 3. You feel 100%. Me? Because you got to know, you got to schedule everything accordingly. What I want to hear about, though, talk about your trip to the motherland. Motherland, for the people that know. Haiti, you feel me? Talk about your time out there, what you had to do. Because, I was peeping everything when you did go out there. And, people have their biases about service trips and, like, missionaries and things like that, which I don't think is what you went to. But, yeah, personally, when I see people taking their time to go out wherever, if it's some people Haiti, some people Africa, other countries, it doesn't really matter. But I respect anybody that literally takes the time out of their own day, weeks, months, or however, to go somewhere else and help people that don't have what they, help people who don't have what they have. So yeah, talk about your trip.
Yeah. So it kind of started a little funny. So I was just playing basketball outside, and this dude, he was like 6'8", pulled up with 2 7-footers. And I was like, damn, like, let's just ball. I was like, who are these guys? They were young. They were like 15, 16, but they're skinny, like, tall-ass kids. So I was like, oh, shit. Started playing ball, and I tried dunking on a few of them. So then the big guy, the 6'8" guy, his name's Pierre Valmera, he came up to me, he's like, yo, what do you do? Like, what do you do to be athletic? I'm like, I'm a trainer, so I work out a lot, blah, blah. And he's like, put me through a workout right now. I was like, okay. So I trained the dude for like 25 minutes. He's like, yo, that was a super intense workout. What do you think about coming to Haiti with me? And this is all within like an hour of knowing the guy.
Damn. And
I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I've been running a camp there every year. I'm super involved in the community. He's big time there. He's played pro in like Europe and stuff like that. And right then and there, I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Like, it was literally just like a black and white convo, just like that.
That's crazy.
It was that straightforward.
That's crazy. I've never heard that.
Yeah, literally.
I've never heard that story before. Like, wow.
It was that straightforward.
Wow.
Like, it was that within like an hour. I was like, yo, like, your energy's good. Like, let's do it. So then we like talking back. This was in August last year. So then the trip was in December, right before Christmas. So it was the 19th to the 23rd. I got one of my college teammates, Rocky. He's a basketball skills coach. I had him pull up, and we all raised a few $1,000s. I forget what the total was, but it was a lot of money. And Pierre's been doing this for a good amount, so like he has the connections there. But we were there to run a basketball camp for all the kids, and it was crazy because I remember getting there, and like some of the kids didn't have socks on. Some of the kids took a bus from like across the island. They did like an 8-hour trip to get like crazy things that like I was like in my head, being from America, I've never thought like, oh, like not in an ignorant way, but like these kids are really planning their whole like week around this camp. So when we got there, it was beautiful. The island, which I didn't know was like landscape wise was gorgeous. But he was talking to me a lot about like, I think the week before we got there was a lot of government protests, a lot of things going on there. But I don't know what the exact term is. It's like a week right before Christmas in Haiti. Some sort of celebration. So everything calmed down for a little bit. So when we got there, it was less riots. But anyways, we got there, we got to the hotel, and the next day, literally we got there at like 10 p.m. He was like, yeah, like we're going to run the camp tomorrow. So we pull up, and Pierre, it was me, Rocky, and then like a few teachers. We pull up, and Pierre's like, hey, by the way, the food isn't ready, so I have to go get it. So you guys run everything. And we were like, and you pull up, and it's like a high school gym size, and there's 400 kids. And yo, I've never seen a more grateful group of people. Everybody's clapping. I felt hot, like a body high. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so nice to get like, literally like every kid on the island who played basketball like pull up. But anyways, I put them through like a 30-minute like strength workout, and then it was about 3 hours of basketball. And only 5 kids that were there out of the 400 spoke English. So I was like, what the fuck do I do? Like they were just following me like body language. And there's 2 translators, but like still like there's 400 kids. You know what I'm saying? It's still a lot of kids. But I've never seen so many. And I took French in high school, so we were counting in French because like is Haitian Creole similar to French. So I was counting in French, and every single kid was super attentive when I explained a detail. They all did it physically. Like it was. I've taught a lot of basketball camps, like 20 of them, and the Haitian kids were the most attentive and appreciative ones, and it was dope because we supplied meals for all of them. Brought clothes for all of them, backpacks, school supplies for all of them. And it was just such a rewarding experience. It's probably like my number one, like most accomplished goal, like since being a trainer. And we were supposed to do it this year, but obviously with COVID. Yeah. But I plan on doing it every year. I plan on doing it twice. And then next year we have a few more. We're supposed to go to Cape Verde next year. Shout out Rocky to go build some basketball courts. Right. Wow. But my goal is to like travel, to help people, but to be able to travel the world and get that different perspective. Like I feel like traveling is one of the most humbling experiences because a lot of people are cooped up in like one area, and not that everybody thinks this way, but like they think their way of life is the way of life. But it's like if you go and experience other cultures and learn about other ways of life, like it really humbles you, and you can then learn that like your opinion isn't just the right opinion. There's a bunch of different right opinions. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was awesome out there. Shout out Pierre. Shout out Power Forward International. That's his company, his nonprofit. And from that camp, he's developed about 5 or 6 NBA guys. Hey. So, yep, he finds some. Yeah, Haitian, all Haitian. Okay. Shout out Nerlens. He's supposed to come with us next year.
Oh, really? That's connected. That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Everett.
Shout out to But yeah, bro, it was beautiful, and I can't wait to get back there. It was dope.
Word,
dope experience.
Nah, that's dope, bro. That's dope.
I just really smiled on my face. I just put the biggest smile on my face hearing that story in detail.
And then, no, the thing that brings the most happiness, what is it? What are we in, October? Weekly, I still get messages from the kids in Haiti.
I was going to ask you that if you're still in contact.
I got all their IGs, and some of them, I think some of them only had internet 1 hour of the day or something like that. At the time, certain parts of the island. And like they would message me on WhatsApp or like IG.
WhatsApp, that's the
shit. They'd be using like Google Translate. It was mad funny. Literally yesterday, one of the kids messaged me, and it was dope. It was nice that like they keep working. They send me videos of them dribbling around like cinder blocks and shit like that. It's super, like it lights up my heart every day.
Wow. Dribbling a cinder block?
No, dribbling around a cinder block.
I was like, yo, what type of training you putting these kids through?
You did say strength training, bro.
But,
facts. No weakness.
One more thing too, like there are some kids there that went to the camp that had never played basketball and were dunking. And just the talent there is in locations that don't have the resources is crazy. That's what Pierre does. He finds all the raw talent, brings them back here. There's a bunch of sponsor families that they're able to willingly and happily help out the individual. And I don't even know how many kids he's had get full rides to scholarship, get an education, go back to Haiti, help the family. Like it's not just about ball. You know what I'm saying? Ball is our universal language, but like the end product was to help these kids better their family and for everything else, you know what I mean?
What's that camp called again?
So the company's called Power Forward International.
Heard, okay. Heard it here first. Wow, you heard it here first in case, you're looking to make the next superstar and your man ain't doing shit at Everett High, so you just got to take him to Haiti real quick.
Yeah. For real. Hell yeah.
Nah, but that's really dope. I enjoy hearing about all this, no bullshit. So another thing that I want to talk about is just because I see, member in your community, did Equinox, you did the Haiti trip, New Human. You're at Seaport Boston too.
Yeah, so I run
Seaport,
which
is right down from my job. Facts. Yep. I'll be seeing that time to time, and I'm like, look at Mike.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
But yeah, with all that being said, I know you said your ultimate goals, you just want to help people, but ultimately, like, throughout everything, when you're done with your career, what is one thing that you hope you can say that you did?
It's such a cliche answer, but like there's no specific one word like, oh, I want to train, but like there's nothing like specific like that, but just to be able to like help people globally, like around the world. Right now we have some people.
So you don't want to stay here. You're trying to make.
No, I mean, I love Boston. I've traveled. Last year I took like 10 trips, different places. I love traveling, but like Boston is like my home. But definitely to be able to like have the brand known globally and to be able to help people around the world is the end goal.
Okay.
Which is in a certain stance like already happening, but to continue to grow, because like our message is very genuine. Like we're trying to help people, and like I feel like genuine, not companies, but genuine businesses with like a genuine goal, like to have more of that, you know what I'm saying, is better for the world.
Word. Can I ask you about the business real quick?
Yeah.
Facts. And if this is a long answer, just tell me. You'll tell me after the podcast. You feel me? Because I'm trying to apply this to myself, right? An app. How the hell do I do that, bro?
Bro, it's crazy.
Do you just talk to somebody? Was it like a long process?
Yo, it's pretty funny how it happened. So, like I was telling you, I had about like 70 between in-person and online clients. I had about 70 people, and I was training this one guy, Sam Thompson, and he found me through IG. He's like, "Yo, let's train, cool." And he had developed apps when he was younger, but my schedule got crazy, and I couldn't train him at the times he wanted to train. So he got tight. He was like, "Bro, you got to work smarter, not harder." I was like, "Bet. What am I supposed to do?" And he was like, "Well, I could help you make an app." And I was like, "What?" And then
Wow.
People say that shit.
Yo, wow.
Yo,
This man got lobbed Haiti.
bro, and I'm gonna talk about the lob stuff in a second too. But anyways, he helped.
Make my numbers go up on IG. Shit. But go ahead. Yo, it's that easy?
Shit, no, it's not that easy. Yeah, and also, I'm gonna talk about the lob and the luck in a second. But
I bet.
it was that straightforward, and I was in that situation. I was grateful, and then process started happening, and I mean, it's a lot of work, but like now it's like the hard part, like learning how to run it was the hard part. Now it's like just consistently being able to talk and communicate to the people. Like there's a messaging app, you can follow people. Like there's a news feed. It's basically like a social media app for fitness. Like we ask questions. Like there's 8 trainers people can message at any point. Like there's workout programs, like vertical increasing programs, or like lower body, like whatever it is. But going back to the lob thing, not that you were incenting this, but a lot of people have been like, "Yo, you're so lucky," and like it's one thing to be lucky in life, but like something that like really gets me a little upset is when people are like, "Oh, you were so lucky you were in that situation," but it's like, no, I've put myself in so many different positions. Like I've been like out at a club for like until 2 a.m. because my boy wanted to introduce me to this one guy who wanted to train, and like so many of those, like I used up my time that people didn't see to get into the position that I'm in now. Like there's been a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? And like people don't realize how hard people have to work to get into those positions, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, facts. Because before you were like training anybody crazy, I just knew your networking skills in general were just up there. You feel me?
Networking is everything.
Yeah, this man was just great at networking. You feel me? Find him at any gym, find him at any club.
I did a little club promoting for a little bit.
This man was
too.
out here. Facts. What was that shit? Oh, Swerve Entertainment.
Yeah, shout out Swerve. Yo, let me talk a little bit about that real quick. I think shout out Zach. I was actually talking to Zach. He's the one who built my bands that I released today. But when I was in college, he reached out to me, Tyler DeMello, it's his cousin. He was like, "Yo, we're trying to run like some club events." And in my head, I'm like, I'm 17, 18. Like, what do I know about the club? They're like, "No, we're trying to run like 18 plus club events." So I was like, I like to party, like to have fun with people. So I was like, all right, bet.
So I was careful, don't snitch on them. 17 to 18, I was like, careful.
There were 18 plus events. So literally we would sell a ticket to somebody like, "Darnell, you want to pull up? Okay, here's your ticket, $10. And then the entry to get into the club was $10. There's a bunch of like 18 plus clubs in Providence. We would get party buses to come to school, and then I knew a lot of people because I was playing basketball. So I'd sell like 300 to 500 tickets, make like $3 a ticket. I was learning those sales skills and like those marketing skills when I was in college, even though I was selling like club events. And it was a good time. Everybody was having a good time. Like it was a networking experience. Like we had fun. It was great for business. So like I learned a lot of sales techniques through that. And then I started doing that once I graduated. When I didn't have a lot of clients at Equinox, I was still club promoting in Boston because we expanded out to Boston. And that's how I met a lot of connects out here. I was starting to see some people at Equinox at the club. It's like, yo, like, let's train. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was a cross networking. Like, so many people are afraid to cross network, even within their field. Like, a lot of trainers are afraid to work with other trainers because they're afraid they're going to lose clients. But, like, that's not the case. Like, I was telling y'all earlier, like, there's something I may know that you don't know, and there's something you don't know that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, always being, like, open-minded is good.
Yeah, when Soares was at BSU, that was one of the better times in my life because I just and I'm not gonna lie because I seen the way Imani was looking at you when you were talking about like party bus at BSU. She was it just looked like she ain't never seen that because she's there now.
Shit now. Let me
Yeah,
just tell you that.
Yeah, so
I'm saying that.
We have
Yo.
parties in the ECC. That's what it is right now.
Yo, when you
I'm
told
not
me
even
about that
joking.
shit, I was like, "Hey, yo, that's wild, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
am not gonna catch a wine at
this
the
man
same
had
place I
at
get pancakes, bro. Not at the same place I get pancakes, bro.
No, I swear though, this man Soares had at least like 2 club events a semester, and it was a fire time every time. And pretty sure you had me promoting one time.
Yeah, I had you promoting, bro.
Yeah, that night changed my life forever. To be very honest with you,
that's crazy.
Got me in VIP. You know what? Let me not get into it.
It's
But
okay.
nah, it was a great night. But
Darnell was like on Demon Time, King Light Skin at that time.
I had the colored hair and everything, bro. I had the blonde tips. Oh, that was
This man wouldn't. This man
We're not
wouldn't
gonna
shut
talk
up,
about
bro.
it.
This man
Oh
wouldn't.
no,
gonna
we
talk
can't
about
talk about it. That was a different person. I don't even know who that man was. I really don't.
I do not as well.
It was disgusting.
Yo, crazy.
Okay, word. So, I want to talk about, right? Because I just want to, throw your world into our world real quick, right? Because there's a recent event that just happened, that deals a lot in mental health as well, if you think about it. So I just want to put Mike into the situation and see how he would battle it, right?
Oh boy.
Let me hear this.
Right.
I'm intrigued. I'm annoyed what he's talking about.
Oh no, it's not serious. Not serious.
Oh,
not serious. Right. So, Shorty says.
Okay, Shorty says.
If you can't afford a Birkin, throw the man to the streets, right? And I was thinking about that. No. I was thinking about no bullshit, right? Because I've met a lot of women with that mindset, right? I met a lot of women with that mindset. Now me, a strong individual, right? A strong individual, right? Here's something like that, and I'm just like, okay, preference. It's a preference. One, if you do come across a shorty that does think that way and that's not for you, it's simple. Just move on and find someone else because, you will find someone for yourself. But then I know on the other side of people where they are killing themselves trying to get that Birkin. You feel me? And I'm like, yo, bro. It's really not that deep. You feel me? You don't have to kill yourself or change yourself. To wait. Let me finish. You don't got to kill yourself to get something that you can't afford. You feel me? You don't got to let social media just tell you about what you should be doing for a significant other, what you should be bringing to the table. Because at the end of the day, if you go through that shit and you just see that you can't afford it or you can't keep up to the rest of the world, you're going to feel down on yourself 100%. About that shit. You feel me? You're going to feel like you're not living up to your significant other's expectations. And that can take a really damaging toll on your mental health. See, I told you I was going to make it connect. You feel me? I was going to take a very damaging toll on your mental health. So I won't just let Mike answer, but I'll let the rest of y'all answer too. You feel me? But somebody puts you in that position. What do you do? You don't have to keep it at just the Birkin. We can make this general. You feel me? You can make this general. You feel me? But just what's it called? Having to keep up to impossible expectations.
Who wants to? Can I?
You want to go first? No, you the guest.
I'm gonna go short and sweet.
No. Go.
I saw her face the entire time. She was ready.
This was a question for you.
I'm gonna start off like this may sound corny, but I think love is love, and like there shouldn't be XYZ expectation of like material. Like for example, like I like a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that like women should not go after a man due to his money, but like women will go after someone who's successful. Like there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And like can success be attractive to somebody? Yeah, but like if I'm not gonna date a Melissa as a Mercedes, like that's not the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I feel like people should genuinely have relationships to genuinely have them, and like there can be benefits to negatives, but like there could be a couple that they live in a 2x2 apartment and they're the happiest people ever. And there can be like rich billionaires who have a shit life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
It's not always about the materialistic or like those certain expectations. And also going back to what Darnell is kind of saying, like you shouldn't chase after unrealistic expectations. It's one thing to have a goal, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool, like, yeah, you've always wanted to buy that, whatever, cool, but like, people shouldn't be dictating like if they're gonna date somebody or not on some materialistic thing.
Facts.
Go ahead, girl. I know you're gonna say something crazy.
No, I wasn't. I agreed with most of what you said. But I also wanted like to point out it's not only materialistic things that like Devin said, when you go to social media, there's a lot of like pictures, videos of people in relationships doing certain things, and automatically whoever's watching it, whether it be a man or a woman, they automatically feel like, well, damn, like, well, how come, like, where's mine at, essentially? And I feel like it's just the times that we're in at this point, like, everything's just out in the open, everything's at your fingertips. So unfortunately, even though we don't want people to do that, I kind of think it's like we can't run away from it. Like, this is just the time that we're in. I feel like before it was TV, now it's social media. So I don't know.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, y'all. Shit. What can I say that y'all have not said? I mean, y'all got it right. She said it perfectly though. It's the social media culture. Everyone's a copycat. Everyone wants what everyone else has. You feel me? Who's the one that wasn't it? Shawty that said it. Sweetie, whatever. Sweetie that said that shit. She's rich. You got people. You got. First of all, if there are women who are like that or whatever we're talking about, materialistic things, you got to realize who you're dealing with for one. So you can't expect that of a man that's working a 9 to 5. I would assume you don't want him spending most of his check on a Birkin. You know what I mean? How's he gonna pay the bills? That's not fiscally responsible. So you got to know who you're dealing with first and foremost. You can have those dreams. I mean, you can want that for your birthday. That's fine. But you can't expect him to go out. Birthday. You want that for your birthday? That's fine. Like, but you can't just. It's just wild. It's just wild.
Go to Rich for that.
It's tough because a lot of people compare their relationship or like themselves with other people, and not that social media is fake, but like quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a highlight reel.
Yeah. You see everyone's highs. You never see anyone's lows.
I say all the time, don't let the IG fool you, bro. Yeah. Facts. Because you're only gonna see smiles. Why would I ever show you sadness?
Never post your L's. Never take L's in public. That's a rule. So
after that, I just learned. You know what? I'm just not gonna post shit. Fuck the whole not taking the L shit. Just because of that, the whole stigma that social media puts on anybody, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Nah, bro.
You can post your dubs, bro. There's nothing wrong with posting your wins because it's nice to. It's nice to
post my dub from time to time, but it's just the whole thing of like social media. Social media has just been getting crazy recently, and I feel like during quarantine, everyone is just bored out of their mind.
Literally going crazy.
Now with this whole topic, this topic came up, and I saw it on the timeline. I was like, oh. It's another thing, I didn't think it was going to be as discussed for as long as it was discussed for, you feel me? And I was just like, wow. One, people really don't like the idea of people having their own standards and opinions. But two is just like, yo, if somebody lives a certain lifestyle, great for them. If it doesn't apply to you, just don't pay attention to that. Or if you really care that much, work towards it. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if you're like, okay, say I'm making maybe 70 to 60K a year, right? And now I'm trying to drop 20 on a bag, which may be seen outside, which may get seen outside.
You can get a fake one.
Me? Yeah, I could get a fake. Nah. Here's let me do that right now. You feel me? Because I'll be the type where I'll admit if I can't afford something, but if I'm gonna get something, it's gonna be the actual thing. You feel me?
Same.
I will go 5-10 years of not wearing / not being able to afford jewelry to that one day you see me with the one day you see me iced out, don't you dare ask me about it. You feel me? Because that shit's real. You feel me? But I just wanted to get all your opinions in that because, like we say, we have these talks amongst ourselves, and I feel like it's never really a thing for the other. Like the older generations, because like the older generations, by then, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. It's always a thing for our generations, which is like the ones working to get to somewhere. You feel me? And a lot of people, like I was having this conversation with Twitter. I was like, what would you do if you were in this? What would you do if you were in the circumstance? And somebody told me, what's it called? I would just work on getting it. Niggas is broke. And I was just like, all right, cool. You can work on getting it. Like, cool, that could be a thing. But, like, why do you feel like you have to? You feel me? Like, we go through these things where there's all these status symbols, like the nice car, the fresh new pair of J's, the jewelry. Like, we go through all of these to stunt for our friends and our loved ones. When at the end of the day, yo, let's keep it a buck. We're all broke. Yo, let's keep it a buck. We're all broke. Yo. No one can tell me that they're living lavish in 2020 unless you're a scammer or if you're a Forex trader.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
To keep it a buck. And
OnlyFans model.
Well, for the shorties, OnlyFans. You feel me? And I'll say, continue doing your thing. You feel me? You won't get that.
Coins.
Facts. You're not gonna get that $5.99 from me. But I'm gonna say, yo, continue doing your thing. You feel me? But yeah, we just go through as a generation just this need to stunt and flex. When honestly, you see the ones that really are making the bread, you don't see them flexing at all, bro.
Working in silence.
The billionaires, the same colored t-shirt, same blue jeans, same white sneakers, bro. You feel me? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really like a good answer for that problem. It's just something that happens within our generation of society. There's no really solution to that problem. It's just gonna be, I don't know. Yeah. I guess something that's just a thing.
There's like two parts I want to talk about. So I'm on that same boat where it's like you don't have to flex to prove that you're successful, but like should you be rewarded every so often? Like, you've been working hard to, and you want to buy a nice necklace you've never had. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that happy medium. And just to dive off this a little bit, because like social media can take has a lot of negative stigma with it. But I personally run a lot of my businesses through social media, and you can do that in a positive stance. Like for example, like one time I got a message from somebody being like, why, like I posted a video of somebody I trained. They're like, oh, why are you trying to show them off? And I was like, no, that's not the reason. Like I'm trying to show what they're doing to then motivate / help other people and educate people. And if I only get one comment like that out of like 2,000, or like even if it's fucking 2 out of 10, like I don't care. If I'm majority wise helping people and educating people, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
As you
like,
should.
Yeah, like you shouldn't listen to those negative people, because there's always gonna be somebody with inner problems that are gonna project that on you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And like
Big facts.
something I try to live by is like to not get upset over things I can't control. Like if somebody's having a bad day and they yell at me for no reason, that's not my problem. It's like, all right.
Facts.
I mean, you should stand up for yourself. Like if you gotta tell somebody fuck you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, whatever. But in the general stance, like that's their problem, not yours. So.
No, I hear that. I definitely hear that.
Hell yeah.
I had a random ass question just popped up into my head.
Oh, it's wonderful. Let's do it.
So as a trainer, right? When do you train? Because like I feel like in my head I was thinking as a trainer he's probably training as he's working someone else. So like do you get trained by a trainer, or like do you train on your own? Like how does that work? And secondly, do you train trainers, and when you do, how does that work? Because I feel like you can't tell you know what I mean? Like training a trainer would be like
No, you
I
can't.
don't know.
So I'll try to take that one step at a time. So no, trainers don't work out with their clients. I train like 10 people a day. That's impossible.
So you're not getting any like workout when you're showing them?
No.
All right.
I mean, if I'm working out with my boy, cool. But like, no. When you're training people, you're like training, instructing.
Okay.
I'd compare that to like a coach playing in a ball game. He doesn't play in a game, he's coaching.
Okay.
In comparison, I do train other trainers. Like they've paid me to train them, and everybody needs to be accountable. Right now, I'm in my boy Sam. He owns Hercules Performance. I'm in his men's group. So like I'm paying him to coach me.
Okay.
Do I need it? Like, am I educated enough to train myself? Yeah, but I need that accountability. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs that accountability.
Okay.
You know
I see what you're saying. Okay.
The strongest people in the world all have a coach. Okay. The best basketball players all have a trainer. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah.
You need that extra push.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that.
So that's where that goes. But like, do I work right now? I'm working out 4 times a week. Like that's a lot. like I'm busy, you know what I'm saying? Just like anybody else, if they're busy, it's gonna be hard to work out. Some weeks I go 1 time a week for 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm working out like 20, 30 minutes a day, like 4 to 5 times a week, and that's like really good for me. You know what I'm saying? Trainers aren't like, unless you're like a bodybuilder and you put your life towards training, like it's just like everybody else. But like we have like a general, like we're not robots. Like I like to have Chipotle like 4 times a week, you know what I'm saying? Like double wrap, like, and get drunk. But yeah, like it's just having that balance.
I don't know why. I've always like thought like as a trainer you got to live like by a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like you got to eat. Eat this
general-
certain way just so you got to like. Because as a trainer, I feel like you got to keep a certain
gotta
look.
look.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Like you have to live the lifestyle, but like the best trainer, like you don't have to be 2% body fat to be the best trainer in the world. Like there's other people that are educated. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the case. Like you are a walking billboard for your business. So like, yeah, do you have to kind of look the part? Yeah, of course. But you don't have to be like shredded to be a good trainer. Like it's more about what's going on in the mind.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you live a lifestyle, but like I feel like I live a very active lifestyle. I'm outside all day. I'm walking around all day. I'm eating healthy. On weekends, do I get drunk? Yeah. You know, do I go out with my boys? Yeah. Do I have wine with my girl? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I'm a robot.
You have that balance.
Yeah, there's balance, and balance is key. And that's how you don't get exhausted from it, you know?
You touched on it a little bit, but I kind of want you to go further into it. You were talking about how you're able to eat Chipotle or anything like that and still stick to your plan. Can you talk a little about, and if you have to include like the science of it, cool. But can you talk a little about just eating in terms of working out or a meal plan, or just, you know, because there's a lot of people think that, yo, lose weight, I gotta cut a bunch of stuff out of my diet, or some people just go days without eating. And I'm like, there's a difference between trying to lose weight and just malnourishing yourself. Malnourishing 100%. Yourself isn't gonna get you to where you want to be.
Before you start, I'll say this. I started meal prepping because of your ass, and it has changed my life.
Good.
Like, yo, meal prep, like I'm not hungry throughout the day anymore, and it's so clutch. So, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the importance of it.
And like that right there, you're just increasing your organizational skills when it comes to food versus just guessing. But when you start with somebody, whether they're trying to gain weight, but most people want to like lose fat, you think you got to cut shit out. And like I don't cut anything out of somebody's diet for like the first month. I add in certain foods, add in protein, add in whole foods. And then typically like 99% of the time, people start substituting like, oh, like I'm not hungry. I don't need to have that candy bar at night. Or like, oh, like I want to have that protein shake because that fills me up. You know what I'm saying? And typically like whole foods, such as like chicken, whatever, certain type of carbs, and especially veggies, like they're low calorie. That eating those like healthy foods is like going to solve 90% of your problems. I mean, you could get into the math, counting calories and stuff like that, and some people can handle that, and some people can handle eating the same thing every day, but 90% of people can't do that. So you have to, as a coach,
Right.
me neither. As a coach, you have to be able to coach somebody through those processes and like communicate with them, you know what I'm saying? And be like having that balance. I eat super healthy. Like I'm sure you've seen like trainers be like, oh, you can eat pizza and lose weight. Fun fact, you can. But it's like the balance, understanding like, okay, 90% of your time, you're going to be eating fruit, veggies, certain type of proteins. And then yeah, at night, if you want to have a cool dinner, cool, whatever. But it's just having that balance. At the end of the day, it's all math. But if you can trick somebody without doing the math and trick them into like buying in and eating and living a healthy lifestyle, they're gonna hit their goal.
Okay,
So,
word.
Yeah, a lot of psychology behind it.
Yeah, facts. I was gonna say, 'cause I've seen trainers eat like so much before.
Yeah.
Like trainers, like I've seen them just eat a shitload of food, and I
bro.
get it, you need for the protein and carbs and
Yeah.
all that shit. But I'm like, hey, yo, even the most out of shape person could eat that shit. You feel me?
Bro.
So
And, like,
I'm
going back to
yo,
that-
how do y'all do that?
Some processed food like fucking candy, shit like that can be like 500 calories, but then like a bowl the size of this of like pure food can be like 300. You know what I'm saying? Like when I start people off and like give them like, I don't create like a straight out meal plan, but like recommended foods and stuff like that, like they're not eating less than 7 meals a day, 6 meals a day. I mean, it varies with the person, but like you're eating more and they're losing weight. That's like the magic of it, because you're eating proper food versus like the American diet of like carbs every fucking meal.
So
like that.
if someone wants to gain weight, are they eating less meals and just more during those meals?
Not in less meals, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many meals you have. It's calories in, calories out. But yeah, say you burn 3,000 calories a day. just standing there. And then you also play basketball every day. Then we got to do the math and figure out how many calories you're burning during basketball, and we got to make sure we're eating more than all that.
Okay.
So it depends on the person. Or somebody doesn't do anything and they want to gain weight. Like it's all a math thing.
Okay.
That's where like the experience comes in. But typically when people just eat healthy, like and stick with it, then it's just consistency, and over time they're gonna hit it.
Never a general plan. There's always plan specified to a certain client.
Yep.
Okay, word. All right, that's what's up. Anybody got any more questions?
So if someone wants to become if someone wants to reach out to you, and have you train them, how can they do that?
Plug it in.
They can, first off, if you want to train with me right now, my schedule's a little crazy, but if you want, you can hit me up at our Instagram. It's at @new_human. But I urge a lot of people to at least download our app at joinnewhuman.com. I'm a firm believer that people shouldn't be healthy because of financial reasons. So I offer the app for 2 weeks free. And I literally tell people, screenshot the workouts. Like, that shouldn't be your reason to not work out. The app's only $20 a month after that. And there's I think we're almost at 200 workouts on the app. Wow. Shout out Dimitri, who adds a lot of the programming in. But yeah, join New Human. Try out the app. It's 2 weeks free. And at our Instagram, we post a lot of free workouts.
Okay. Word.
Hell yeah.
Word,
also, one last question. Watch this. So, for you, when you are working out, or when you're working out with a client, do you have like certain music you like to listen to, or do you have a favorite artist you like to listen to when you're working out?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I think this happened because of basketball. I used to get super anxious before ball games.
Mm-hmm. Really? Wait, really?
So I started listening to like R&B. I was listening to like Trey songs before my ball games. And I still do that. I still listen. I mean, I listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? Quavo pull up, cool, playing that music. But like, I have a wide range of music. But I like to listen to like chill, like relax, calm down.
Nice. Did you listen to that new Ty Dolla that came out?
Of course. He had like everybody and their mom featured on that album.
That's bro.
That's spicy, yeah.
Word.
How about you?
Me, yeah, I gave it a whole listen. To be honest, I saw that it was 25 songs when I first like downloaded it. I was like, how the fuck did he make the track? Like an album with 25 songs. But then 5 minutes into it, I realized I was on the 4th song and it was just like one continuous song. I was like, oh, this shit's fire. It was a vibe the entire way through, and he collected his check on all the features that he was giving out because I feel like every track had a different feature. And I don't even like Post Malone, but he killed his feature. So I think it was a solid project. I still think Beach House 3 was better, but that's just me. But yeah, he did his thing.
Hell yeah.
Just agree?
No, I agree, yeah. Beach House 3 is better. But I did like the listen. No, not so much?
No.
Not so much. Not so much.
Okay, so I think with the album, I was just expecting more. This sounds like a regular old Ty Dolla $ign album.
Yeah.
And that's not what I was looking for. You feel me? Like, I feel like Ty Dolla $ign is at a point in his career where he's like, yo, you just gotta kill everything. You feel me? Like, he's been killing features left and right for a good couple of years now. You feel me? And the album was called featuring Ty Dolla $ign. So if you're coming off of an incredible feature run, you feel me? And now you're naming your album after that, I'm expecting the entire listen to be spectacular. You feel me?
I've always thought that he was better. Like, his albums were never that great, but like his features are always fire. So I never thought
of that. That is why I thought this time around he was about to get into his bag. You feel me?
Because he called it featuring Ty Dolla $ign, or because he had all the features on it?
No, because of his progress where he is now.
Because of his progress. But they weren't from Beach House 3, right? He dropped Beach House 3. That was great.
Dope album.
And every feature he did after that project
was fire.
Like he's making he's making the song on some. He's literally making the song on some of these projects. Like the chemistry that he has with the artists when he's going into the booth and working them, it's always still. I can just name off a bunch of features that he did. SZA's joint, still bumping that. Backseat with Roddy, still bumping that. Joint he did with Kehlani on her album, still bumping that. There's just so much shit from Ty that says featuring Ty Dolla $ign that I'm still bumping. You feel me? But now that I go on this album and he knows the work that he's been putting in, which is why he called the album that. I'm expecting the entire album to be just as fire as his feature run has been. Now, what this album sound like to me is sound like Ty Dolla $ign being very comfortable. You feel me? There were a bunch of... He sounded very comfortable on the album.
I could agree with that.
Very comfortable on the album. The album it was just like a bunch of club records, which Ty Dolla $ign is great for, you feel me?
Yeah.
He's even better at the R&B joints though, you feel me? Like if I can just think a bunch of R&B features he had on the past where the sounds on those projects weren't anything like the sounds on this album, and that is the Ty Dolla $ign that I enjoyed, you feel me?
Do you feel like he probably did that on purpose? He probably wanted to step away from the regular R&B and just wanted to do the club records?
Yeah, but he's been doing the club records his entire career.
I'm hip, but it's like you said, he's comfortable.
Exactly.
So maybe he just wanted to do an album where it's just straight club records.
An artist can get so comfortable to the point where their fans start wanting more. Yeah. It's like the Baby was fire with the same flow for 3 albums. And then we got sick of it, you feel me? It's like niggas wanted Drake to stop being sad all the time, and then we got fucking If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. You feel me? Like at a certain point, you got to stop doing what works and step out of your zone to see how you evolve as an artist. Big example. Kendrick is a major example, you feel me?
Yes.
No album that he put out sounds alike, you feel me? And that's one thing that I respect the hell out of him for. And with Ty Dolla $ign, he's reached that point where I'm like, yeah, I'm expecting that from you now too. He has a bunch of features on the album. All the features sound great. Let me tell you once, there wasn't one feature that made me go back and be like, oh, yo, this is the one. This is the one.
No, he got that. He got that.
There's not even a track.
He has that.
There's like maybe 2-3 joints on this album where I'm like, yeah, there's bumps.
I would say all the tracks he's been
a single one on this album where I was like, yo, this is the one. Okay. I got through the album from beginning to the end with this face.
Yeah, it was okay, but we said that like Beach House 3 was better and this was okay.
Yeah, but Beach House 3 also came out 2017?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 3 years later, bro. It literally sounds like
Devin had high-ass expectations.
Expectations. I have high-ass expectations.
I will say
artists that I enjoy in the music.
No, I hear it. I will say I had high expectations too.
Same.
I was a little disappointed, but not nearly as disappointed as you are. But that being said, I do think that majority of his features that have been released throughout this year were better than anything he did put on the album. So I can agree with you wholeheartedly on that. But
did you hear this song when it came out? This is Universe featuring Kehlani.
Oh yeah, I like this one.
Now, if every song sounded similar to this, or if Ty was able to get into this pocket much more throughout the album, I would have been like, this is it. But he wasn't able to, you feel me? Instead, he just went the club routes. He went with what he knew would work. And it's crazy. He went the club routes. He did the tracks that would work, and I didn't hear one hit on the album.
Yeah, that's another thing. There wasn't a hit.
There wasn't a hit on the album. Ty is known for making hits. If he was to go through his album the way he did with this one song, and I heard this, I'm like, oh, okay, if Ty Dolla did that more throughout the album, and it was much shorter, yeah, we would have got maybe a classic project.
There wasn't much replay value to that album at all. I will say that. Because I can't even tell you the end of I couldn't list a couple of the songs on the end. And I've only gone back to it twice.
Facts. So. Fuck, I need a Burna Boy interlude for.
That was different. I was confused by that.
Yeah, y'all asked me how I felt about the album. That's how I felt about the album. You feel me? Maybe I need to sit with it a little bit more.
It might grow on me. It might grow on me. I don't know.
Has Party Next Door's album grown on y'all?
No.
I don't think this album gonna grow on y'all then.
I mean, his party pack-ish?
Well,
huh?
Yeah.
His party pack stuff?
No. Exactly. No, I'm talking about Party Mobile. You didn't even think about Party Mobile, bro.
Oh, nah, that's not even. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you feel me? Exactly. That's exactly what this album is gonna be. Nah. And it's crazy. How is an album gonna be forgettable? And it has Future, Thug, Roddy, Kanye on 2 tracks, Nicki Minaj, Lil Durk, Gunna, Anderson .Paak, Post Malone, Kehlani.
Was Baby on it?
Nah, he wasn't on there. But just all those in general. You see how many A to B list stars that I just named.
He spent a lot of money on them.
By the end of this month, by the end of this year, I don't even know because I know this album is expensive. But by the end of this year, I can guarantee y'all right now this will not be on my top 10. That's me.
Damn.
And that's me.
He's pretty harsh when it comes to music. Yeah, he lets them know.
People come to the show for a reason, right?
I respect it. I got nothing else to say. What else dropped? I'm pretty sure that was the only like thing of importance.
Nah, fuck it. Nah.
No. To me.
Okay, I hear you. Let's shout out Massachusetts real quick. Millie's dropped a project.
Blanco 3.
Okay,
Blanco 3 came out this Friday.
I was capping.
I enjoyed it. Let me just be the one to give Millie's his flowers because he's been doing his thing out of Cambridge and Massachusetts for, I don't know. To me, it sounds like he's been doing this for well over 10 years, but I'm not sure. But with this project, he signed underneath Jadakiss, Blanco 3. There was some great tracks on this one. Some really great tracks. I see Millie's stepping out of his comfort zone. This man is singing now.
Really?
This man is singing on a couple of them tracks.
Bro, it's 2020.
Yeah, which ones did I fuck with him singing? Between Us was fire. Pray For Me was fire. Heightened Senses with Jim Jones is fire. There's a couple of tracks where he's just rapping. Himalayas was his lead single for that album. I'm still bumping that to this day.
That track was great. Himalayas goes hard.
Facts. The intro, Blanco Trace, was hard. The last one, Stay For A While, was pretty dope too. Millie's did his thing on his project. I really respect it. He's been killing the game with the freestyles he's been releasing lately. And just the work that he's been doing, putting Cambridge and Massachusetts on his back, I give him immense respect and support for that. You feel me? Joyner Lucas dropped an album, but I didn't really listen to that. But I heard it was a great album too. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that a little bit. I saw LeBron jamming out to Joyner Lucas yesterday on his story, and like I think Joyner posted something. It was like, "Yo, it's crazy." Like not on like what's the word? Not on like some like fans shit, but he was like, "Yo, it's kind of crazy to think that like some of my idols when I was a little kid now rocking with me and stuff like that," which is pretty cool.
When Will Smith hopped on Joyner's remix, I was like,
yeah, that's crazy.
That's dope.
I was honestly expecting you to say, yo, you know I was talking to Joyner yesterday.
Facts, I put him on this program.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yo,
of
short story, I actually talked to his mom about
here
training.
we go, there you go.
I'm not kidding. I'm still trying to figure that part out. Yeah.
Wow.
Hand up, literally, dead ass.
Wow.
Good shit. Good
We'll
shit.
figure
I
that one
like
out.
that. I like that. We'll figure that out, Joyner. You also coach like some like Celtics players, right?
Yeah.
This is me just adding to the flex
and
right
then
there.
some NFL guys. Shout out AJ Dillon. He's been balling right now.
Cincinnati.
For Packers.
Right? Oh, Packers? He's on Packers now?
He's one big. He's like 6'1", 250, pure muscle, like 6% body fat. He's one of the strongest people I've ever met. But yeah, I've trained some random people like Olympians, but like yeah.
Just Olympians.
But yo,
Just
crazy.
Some random people, some Olympians.
Shout out Philip Wender. Yo, he used to come out to Red Lantern with me every Friday when I would promote. He's from Boston. Crazy. Anyways,
Nah,
he's not
shout
from
out
Boston,
to you.
but he lives in Boston.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Philip.
Shit, I'm crying.
I didn't let y'all react to Millie's project. Did you peep it? Any of y'all?
I peeped it. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but listen to the first like 4 songs. It was fire.
Yeah, he did his thing. It's funny that like I was gonna say it's funny just Millie's being like who he is, because you just look at him, and I just look at him and I just see Boston so well out of him, because it's like you got this white boy, but he's trapping with us. You feel me? And I'm like, wow, that's such a great representation of the city, bro. But yeah, Millie's continue to keep doing your thing. You feel me? Shade Crew is dropping a project this Friday, so make sure y'all check that out. You feel me? This podcast supports him heavily. I think it's called Till Death.
Sure, yeah.
So y'all know how I feel about the kid. Definitely make sure you check out that project. You feel me? Smooth R&B at all times. Yeah, facts. Jack Harlow put out a single called Tyler Hero. Yeah. Jack Harlow's getting up there. Jack Harlow's getting up there.
Spot take Jeezy spot.
Ben took Jeezy spot. If you want.
I don't know, man. Jeezy out here.
Jeezy to me hasn't had a hit since No Limit.
That's fine. Jeezy's still out here. He's still making bread.
That's fine.
No, he's still making bread. Like is what I'm saying. Like
Yo,
he's
talking
still
about stepping
paid.
out of comfort zone. Not out here, but Machine Gun Kelly dropping a rock album.
Yeah, I peeped that. I didn't listen to it, of course.
rock
but I peeped
album?
that.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it. It was it broke some like Spotify records and stuff like
Really?
that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. It was like a big. it's nice to see like a like you were talking about, like being versatile. You know what I'm saying?
It just
Man,
sucks
Axe
because no. Let me talk about that real quick because it just sucks about Machine Gun Kelly, the fact that he had to go outside of his element into like the rock side to get the numbers that he was getting now, because he was never getting that from hip hop. You feel me? And it's just crazy that no, I'm not dissing.
Yo, the way you said that,
because it's crazy. You only get. Keep it a buck on the urban product, bro. It's just crazy because Machine Gun Kelly, to me, has been a talented artist since he came out. You feel me? But I'm like, it's just sad that the hip hop community never supported him to the point where he's at now. Well, like now he's doing rock and other things like that. He still raps, but he's incorporating rock much more into his music. And we know the majority of like rock listeners, you know, we can say, are white. We can say it, but it's just sad that he wasn't getting that same respect when he was doing hip hop. You feel me?
Two questions.
Yeah.
Do you think the lack of respect has helped him diversify his portfolio or his talent level to the point where he's doing rock, he can do hip hop, and he's acting as well?
I appreciate the fact that he's able to go into whatever route he thinks will work, simply just because like he's an artist. You feel me?
But do you think he would have gone those routes if hip hop was blowing up? Like, you know what I mean? If he was as successful in hip hop as you think, or as he thinks he could have been.
Do I think he would have gotten the things that?
Do you think he would have ventured out into like, yo, would I do this rock album? Like, you know how Lil Wayne was successful?
Yeah, eventually.
You think so?
If he stayed, eventually. I don't think he would have gotten as far under Bad Boy, even though I think he's still signed to Bad Boy right now. I don't think he would have gotten as far as signed to under Bad Boy. I think if he wanted to keep doing the hip hop thing, he would have had to leave Bad Boy at some point. Because artists that are signed to Bad Boy, if it wasn't the late 90s, early 2000s, it's not a good look right now.
Yeah.
Like the biggest acts on Bad Boy are obviously Diddy, but in terms of consistently putting out music, the only top act on Bad Boy I can think of right now is French. And
French is on Bad Boy?
Exactly. We know French more for MMG because they step in and do what needs to be done. You feel me? Bad Boy ain't really like that anymore.
Sick.
People don't like working with Bad Boy, right? They don't trust Diddy?
Back in the day, yeah. I don't know if it's still like that now, but yeah, back in the day, because, Diddy was taking his check.
Oh, I know.
Diddy was getting his check. But I think a lot of acts didn't like that because, they weren't getting the support or funds that they needed. You feel me?
I hear a lot of people coming back at Diddy. Mace is a big one that's
I've seen that a
He was
bunch.
always
the
coming at
one.
Diddy
Yeah,
like
seen that
saying
a
Diddy
bunch.
ripped a lot of people off and
Which
ain't owning up to it.
Facts.
We gonna have an episode. I want to do my research on that. We gonna talk about that.
Yeah, when y'all want to talk about music business, let me know. I'm your man for that. You feel me?
Talk a little bit about Suge Knight, what his role in the music business, how things have evolved because of him.
Hey, like I said, let me know. Let me know whenever y'all want to talk on that. What else came out? Tootsie put out a track. Her put out a track, Fire. I love her. And can I just say her? I'm talking directly to you.
I thought you
right
said
now.
her.
Yeah.
I thought you said her.
No.
I was like, her put out a track.
Guys,
Her. I just love the fact that like her is just starting to show her face more. You feel me? Like now when she came out, she was real incognito, but now her face is out there. Sometimes she got the glasses on, sometimes she don't, and I just love that because I don't know. Like I understand what it's like. Well, I don't understand because I'm not there yet. But I understand what it could be like to have certain expectations or have certain levels of fame, but you're still your introvert, quiet self. You didn't think you were gonna catch a hit, or you didn't think it was gonna blow up. You just so happened to blow up. Bryson's a big example of that. Yep. Party, Weekend, her. They're all big examples of that. And I just love when they get to their point where they're comfortable and they're just able to be themselves, and we hear it in the music. You feel me? I'm waiting for Summer to get there. Summer is slowly getting there. You feel me? But I'm waiting for Summer to get over her anxiety and just opening up more so we can hear it in the music. You feel me?
Yep.
Facts. And what's crazy, another thing about Summer, right? I was watching one of her old performances with Jackie over the weekend, and I was just like, yo, I didn't realize how much she changed her appearance. I wasn't that aware. Like, I know she got her ass did, but I was watching like old videos and I was like, yo, that's what Summer looked like?
This is my first time actually seeing what Summer Walker looked like, and then I seen like her without
makeup.
It looked nothing like this at all. And I'm not even trying to come at her. I'm just like, I still don't know what she truly looks like. So
she's beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't doubt it.
Since when she
I just
blew
don't know.
up to now, she's beautiful. But it just took me watching those to be like, oh shit, I really didn't peep. She changed her appearances that much. You feel me?
Does she have long hair now? Like
No, like facial. Like
surgery.
You feel me?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I wasn't hip until I went back and like saw the old shit. Like I know she got her ass done, but like I didn't know her like facial features she got done too. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, you still look good, Summer. You already know the.
Would you guys pay for your girl to get her ass done if she wanted it?
Would I pay for my girl's ass to get done?
If she wanted it and you could afford it?
My girl already got a great ass. I'm chilling.
Aww.
I had to toss that in.
Nah, he was like, yo, my shorty's gonna listen to this. My shorty's gonna listen to this. So let me make sure. Let's cut that shit right now. You feel me? If I could afford it, damn. If I could afford it, that means it's just play money at that point. So.
Do you feel like she needs it?
No, of course not. Okay. What the hell? Shit.
There you go. There you go.
Nah, because I was gonna say a really erect comment, but I was like, nah. I can't be erect when it's with relationships. Y'all know that. You feel me?
Nah, be smart.
Facts. Be smart. You feel me?
Would you do it now?
If I had the money and she wanted it, yeah, I don't care. If I'm rich, shit, she can have whatever she wants.
Facts.
Cool.
Get the Birkin from Rich. You know?
Yeah. Get a Birkin from me. Yo, if I'm rich, have whatever you want, baby. Shit, take care of my girl.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it real. You gonna sign the prenup, though?
100%. What?
I'm not gonna ask Mike this question because he's on the hot lava. So I want to ask him.
You know what's crazy? Every time like I've been in a relationship, I've said that like, yo, if I would ever get married, like it's a prenup.
Aw,
yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah,
damn.
I'm very upfront about my.
I think people get
offended. I was saying that's what's up because every girl you talk to, you talk to the point of marriage. So I'm like, that's what's up. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
No, I mean, you got to think about it this way. I mean, I'm 23 now. I don't think if I get into a relationship with a woman, it's just to waste time at this point.
Facts. You graduated already.
You feel me? I had my fun. I had my fun. It's time. You know what I mean? Be serious. So
I hear that. Okay. Imani, you getting the prenup?
Hell yeah.
Oh. Hell yeah.
So she with it too.
I had to make sure.
Are you?
Because women.
I ain't gonna ask Soares. Are you?
Women are like that because they think automatically.
Nah, you asked me, so I gotta ask you.
That's how you don't gotta answer, bro.
I think I'm not gonna answer, but I think some people should have. It should be an open conversation. It should be
facts,
like something you communicate communicate about before. Instead of it being like prenups are such a negative thing, which I understand, like because you're planning on being with the person forever. I mean.
What's wrong with being prepared for every situation?
Exactly.
That's how I present it. That's how I present it. I just like to be prepared for any possible situation.
Because we gotta be realistic. Sometimes life happens. You feel me? It's just like,
why are you thinking?
Yeah, facts. Like sometimes life happens. You feel me? Like imagine if No, not just imagine. Y'all, I don't gotta we can get into this next episode if we want to, you feel me? But yeah, let's wrap up the episode. Okay, let's get into our reality checks and then we can do our vibe of the weeks. Reality check, Rich, start us off.
So I want to take my reality check is based off something Soares was talking about, and it's about organization. You people, well, not you people, the viewers should focus on organization because as you can see, it can add a lot of productivity to your life. My man Soares out here is organizing his schedule, organized meal plans for people, and looking at the productivity it's provided to their lives as well as his. So I'm just saying, if you provide some type of organization to your life, imagine what else could happen. So be organized, people.
I like that.
Nice. Okay. The route I'm gonna go is health wise because Malden, I don't know what's going on, so this is specifically for residents in Malden. We're now back to phase 1. Can y'all please and Darnell, you already know where you're gonna go with this. Y'all need to put your mask on, wash your hands,
and wipe your asses.
Thank you, Jesus. Because listen, I'm all for coming back to the normal, but I'm not gonna lie and say that this quarantine was bad and good at the same time. So as much as, we all want to pretend like this isn't real, this is real. Stop playing games. I still see people out here with no mask on. Y'all need to get it together because I can't be in my house forever. Okay? Thank you. That's it for me.
My reality check. And I kind of had this moment about like 2-3 weeks ago. That's why I hit up my boy who's a trainer to keep me accountable. Make sure you take care of yourself. Especially as a personal trainer, I'm spending so much of my energy taking care of other people. I've learned that it's okay to say no to somebody to train them and just be like, nah, I gotta chill. Or like, if it's a situation where I hire somebody to keep me accountable so I can live a healthier life. So taking the time to take care of yourself, whether that's doing something you used to do when you were a little kid. I watch Dragon Ball Z almost every night now. I'm like, yo, I need the time to do it, and that helps me stay balanced to then take on the day. You know what I'm saying? So take care of yourself.
Right. And then for my reality check, I'll just say to remember that every situation. No, let me scratch it. My reality check is this. Your situation is not somebody else's situation.
Oh my God.
So understand that in how you go about living your life, because sometimes I feel like people go through shit and they just feel the need to bring everyone else into it. You feel me? And granted, if you need to bring other people into your situation to help you, I understand, but you also have to look at it when you bring other people into the situation, you got to know where they're at too, because they could be going in their own situation. You feel me? Now you got yourself struggling in your situation, and now someone on the outside has to struggle with their situation and your situation on top of it. You feel me? So if you got to go seek help from other people, licensed professionals, fitness trainers, if you got to blow off some steam that way, go ahead and do that, because you should not be making other people miserable because you are miserable. Misery breeds misery. Loves company.
Okay.
Yep.
And I don't love any of y'all. So do whatever you got to do to get yourself right, please. You feel me? And don't bring other people into your situation. That's my reality check. And that is pretty much our end of the episode. You feel me? Mike, I appreciate you for coming out here.
Of course, bro. That was fun. That was dope.
I was
Thanks,
happy
y'all.
we were able to do
Appreciate
this.
you.
It's been really dope, and I hope a lot of people are able to gain a lot from this episode. You can feel free to reach out to us via our socials. You can catch us on Instagram and Twitter at The Urban Product. I'll let Mike hit you with his socials again real quick.
Yep, it's at New Human, so it's at new_human. And then if you want to try out our fitness app for free, you can just head to joinnewhuman.com.
All right, facts. And yeah, hopefully when you sign up, you let us know how that goes, because that 200-pound story, that was just crazy. You feel me? I know you say you don't put the stuff out there to show it off, but I'll be like, yo, you did that.
Yeah.
But then again, I did that too. Like, you did that. I'm proud of you for losing that. Because I'm your trainer, I did that too. You feel me?
Real quick.
So continue to keep grinding with that.
I know. I just got to ask this because I want to end on a great note. Were you able to get your mom the house?
I bought my mama a house last October.
Hey!
Paying a mortgage and rent ain't fun, but having that house is pretty good.
Yeah, I just want to,
Put
that in the end of the show on a great note.
Facts. I love that. I love that. And with that being said, it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
It's been your girl Imani.
And Mike Soares.
Facts. Listening to The Urban Product. We will catch y'all next week.
Love.
Deuce.